Hey, good morning, vinyl community. Thanks for dropping in. This is Tony from Tony's LPSRUS. Today I got a pretty interesting topic, and one of the bands that I'm going to talk about are I consider one of the greatest bands in concert that I've ever seen, even on LP. They're from Long Island, New Jersey, Long Island, New York, and we're gonna go talk about them. But the concept of this video is the bands that used oxymoron titles. And by oxymoron, I mean a figure of speech which is apparently contradictory to what it appears in conjunction with. And you all know the first ones that come to mind is, On Butterfly, Led Zeppelin. There's a list of them online. The one I picked out doesn't appear in any list, and this is probably the only place you'll see it on the vinyl community internet YouTube video channels. Here's just one of the latest releases from On Butterfly. This is a live recording from '67 at the Galaxy in Los Angeles. And this is the original lineup. I got this from Big John, my collaborator on a lot of these videos. Thanks, Big John. This is pretty cool. I just got that a few months ago. And here's the classic. This is a near mint copy in In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida in stereo on Atco. This is a great album. It's just not In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida with the one side, but the whole album just rocks. It's psychedelia to the max. If you don't have this, pick it up. They're becoming more and more expensive, but this is a good one. Here's another Iron Butterfly Live, which you'll see, which is great. That's a really nice copy. This has, of course, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, Filled with Fear, Are You Happy? Side 2, the entire side is In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. And, of course, Led Zeppelin's debut, Led Zeppelin, an oxymoron. You all know this one. Here's another band that is listed. I didn't think of this, but I saw it listed. It's Black Sabbath, which is kind of oxymoron-ish. That's a promo. This has a greatest hits compilation. I've actually seen these reprinted in the chain stores, and this is always available at used record shops. Here's another Black Sabbath, which is Green Warner, Paranoid. And I thought this was kind of an oxymoron. I was looking through my collection. Bad Company. Company, you would think, is something positive, but this is Bad Company. Okay, and this is Can't Get Enough, Rock Steady, Ready for Love, a great Paul Rodgers. Paul Rodgers is still relevant. As you know, I always talk about a lot about Paul Rodgers. I love the Muddy Waters tribute album he did with various guest stars on guitar, and one of them is the late great Jeff Beck. And this is a gatefold, I believe. Yeah, this is a cool gatefold. That's the Lads. Another one that I read about, which I'm not sure it's an oxymoron, but it kind of could be, Iron Maiden. This is a picture disc. I have a few Iron Maidens. I'm not really a big heavy metal hair band type of guy, or not, whatever this is considered genre. They're great. Iron Maiden's great. And but the band I want to talk about today was formed in 1964 at Long Island, New York. Apparently, all 5 of the original band members were students from St. John's University in New York City. And their first album was in '69 and was self-titled. And I believe that's on the Cap label. And we're going to show you some of their albums, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the band. And they're actually in the Long Island Hall of Fame. A few of the band members are deceased, and you could look them up. But the Good Rats were a local band that became nationally known, and in some cases internationally known. I remember talking to my cousin in Canada, and he spoke to our cousins in Sicily, and they heard the Good Rats, Buona Rat, Buona Rodent, and the Good Rats. That's an oxymoron, Good Rat, and it's not listed anywhere. The band is almost buried. They actually toured with Twisted Sister, which was a local Long Island band, I believe. I think some of the band members actually went on to play with in Billy Joel's touring band, which Billy Joel was New York, Long Islander, and it's really a great band. Look them up. I've seen them on eBay. I've seen sealed copies of one of the albums I'm going to talk to you about. And I don't know who they are. I'm not trying to sell for them, but it's worth picking up. And I used to watch the Good Rats in concert at all the local clubs in New Jersey and in Staten Island, in New York, when I was in college. This was in the mid 70s, and we used to go watch them. And what they used to do, they used to come out, Smoky Club. The clubs were different then. There were multiple levels. There'd be 3 or 4 bands playing in some of these big clubs down the shore in the Jersey Shore on Route 35. And they would throw rats out to the audience, huge plastic rats about so big. And they throw them out, maybe 20, 30 at a show. I was able to get one once with my girlfriend, and we used to go see them all the time, and they were like fantastic. Well, let's get back to their records now. This is their first record, which is the Good Rats. Okay, now this was another present from Big John. I didn't know this existed. I thought the next record I'm going to show you was their first record. It's a beautiful gatefold. Let's see here. This is on Nap. And here's the inside. They're on the tail. And if you know Cap, Cap, CAPP is a New York-based LP company, record company. And they did some great jazz records in the 60s. Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, down the line. And we just go over the names of the guys if it's on here. It's on the next record. But this has We Are the Good Rats. This is in pretty good shape. Here's the, as you know, I keep inners. This was just cleaned. That's the inner from Cap. Oh, they're a division of Universal City Records. Jack Jones. Jack Jones is on here. Eartha Kitt. Carmen McRae. Roger Williams. Rod McEwen. Mostly Hello Dolly. That's the record. If you get that, if you see that Louis Armstrong record, pick that up. That has audiophile sound to it. And here's the label. It's a great copy that I received as a gift. Now, this is the record that turned me on to the Good Rats. I was working again in my record shop in Elizabeth Vogel's, the great Vogel's Records. And I was able to get this from Jay Vogel, the owner. Gave me the promo of the Good Rats. I'm not sure if it's a label, but we'll look at it. This was on Warner, so they went from a minor New York, based small record company to Warner. And the band members are Pepe Marcello, lead vocal, Mickey Marcello, his brother, guitar vocal, John the Cat Gatto, guitar, Lenny Cote, bass, vocals, John Bracala Franco, drums, and all songs were written by Pepe Marcello. Now, this album is audiophile sound, and like I said, this has been repressed. They do Back to the Music, Injun Joe, Tasty, the title track, Fireball Express, songwriter, Papa Papa. And this was recorded in New Jersey at a studio that I believe is no longer there, and that's the House of Music in West Orange, New Jersey. And we used to go past there and see guys, the long hairs in and out, bringing equipment in with their roadies. I was never inside. I wish I had gone. Here's a Warner inner. And this is not a white label. It's just a Warner label there. But audiophile sound, tasty. These guys are almost the interplay with the sound, with the guitars, the vocals, peppy. As far as I'm concerned, they're one of the greatest bands ever. And they hit the big time, but then they kind of stagnated. There was so much competition when these guys were hitting the road. If you think about it, you know, you had Aerosmith, Boston, probably Meatloaf. Then you had the British bands. So even Twisted Sister had a tough time. You know, Alice Cooper, all a great competition that these bands had to work through. And usually after the first or second album, they peter out. The companies wouldn't finance them. Here's their, I believe, their third album, which is a great album as well. And this has a great song called Taking It to Detroit, Mr. Mechanic, Coo Blues. Like I said, they're actually, to me, the chemistry and the interplay, it's blues, jazz, rock fusion. Just amazing. And this was from a record shop in New Jersey, Corvettes. I remember they were going out of business, and I was able to pick up a load of LPs for 33 cents or something. This is on Passport. And this is produced by Flo and Eddie from the Turtles. So, Zappa. So, produced by Flo and Eddie. Let's look at the label. And this has an custom inner with the lyrics. And this was recorded in Kingdom Sound, Syosset, Long Island, and mastered at the record plant. So the pedigree's here. They also have guest players playing sax, piano. All the guitar arrangements were by Mickey, who was an excellent guitar player. You hear them on Tasty, they break it down. They go to each soloist in the group, and they break it down, and it's spectacular. Here's Birth Comes to Us All, another great album. I just listened to this when I was doing some work outside, my headphones on. John put this on from vinyl on a flash drive for me. Birth Comes to Us All, fantastic record. And let's see, this has an inner, custom inner, and it's on Passport again. So Passport label was originally is an import label. My last one I have, they have a few others. They have a live album that I don't know if I have that on record. I have it on tape or CD. But here's a great one, Rat City in Blue. This is this looks like the artwork, the Platinum Record Company, Englewood, New Jersey. So they came back to Jersey, and this is Rat City Records. And we love this album. We love the good Rats. And here's the famous Pizza Inner. And the back has lyrics and stuff. It's pretty cool. This is a white label record. It's not a promo, but it's just a very simple label with blue, I don't know if he picks it up, but with blue writing on it. And there's also Oxymoron songs I want to talk about. Hello, Goodbye by the Beatles. Hurt So Good. I jotted down a few. I could find them here. So, and my notes are all over the place. Let me say, Cruel to Be Kind, Rock Pile, Forever Young, Dylan, A Boy Named Sue, Oxymoron, Dark Star, which is a great album. Dark Star, Crosby, Stills and Nash, I believe, and The Sounds of Silence. Simon and Garfunkel. But if you could get the good Rats, start with Tatey, still available, reprint or original. I'm not sure what's out there, but like I said, we used to see them all the time, and it's unfortunate that some of the guys are deceased. They may all be deceased. So this is a great one. Tasty, the good rats. Oxymoron band. That's not listed as an oxymoron band in any of the sites. If you look up oxymoron, you have Zeppelin, you have Iron Maiden, you have, let me show you some more. Guns N' Roses, for example. Let me see. But there's the classic Led Zeppelin. This is the repress, but super LP. All right, so that's about it. But hopefully you get to subscribe. You get notifications. I'm going to do some other videos. We have a couple. We're going to do with Big John again. We'll be posting those when we get those rendered, and that's it. So keep rocking, and what can I say? Just stay well. Buy those records. Keep them clean. Put them in sleeves. And good luck. Thanks a lot. Keep on rocking. Ciao. Thank you. Thanks.